to start this off. Welcome to the show.
It's not
Bunch of fucking bullshit.
It's not
Shut up!
I hate you so much.
Shut the fuck up, Johnny. Dude, I fucking hate that.
I get no kick from champagne. Mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. So tell me, why shouldn't it be true? I get a kick out of brew. There's only one beer left. Rappers screaming all in our ears like we're deaf. Tempt me, do a number on a label. Beat up all the MCs and drink them under the table like it's on me. Put it on my tab, kid, however you get there. Foot it, cab it, iron horse it. You leave it on your face, forfeit. Of course the mic, hold it like the heat, he might toss it. Told her, tell him they stole it. He told her he lost it. She told him get off it and a bunch of other more shit. Getting money, DTs be getting no new leads. It's like he eating watermelon. Stay spitting new
man.
seeds.
Classic.
Mr. Weed, give me some of
Welcome
what he
back to
drooping
Jank
off
Setup.
as soon as he wake up.
ASMR Things I Hate, Part 2. I'm blinded by the sun, you know. The light's probably gonna look like ass, you know what I mean? But it's like, gotta do what I gotta do. I blew through my banks in November, man. I fucked it up. But, you know, gotta record with my eyeballs closed. So yeah, ASMR, because it's early. I'm not trying to wake everybody up, even though, you know, people are starting to rise. The sun is up. Sun rises out here probably around like 7:30, some shit. It's good to be back. I fucking like this. I like Things I Hate. It makes me write. It makes me think about jokes. Fucking love it. Of course, you know, on the intro track, we got MF Doom, One Beer. Classic. All-time classic. Fucking love that shit. Man, what's up? Yeah, so we're in beautiful Colorado, hosted by my girlfriend's family. Shouts out, not using their names, just because I don't know if they don't want to have their privacy busted up on here, but, you know, they're probably okay with it, but I didn't ask, so I'm not going to use it, but shouts out to them. Love you guys. Excellent, gracious hosts, amazing hosts, top tier hosts, best host of all time, probably. It's bright, but it's fucking nice, because, you know, I'm not in Montreal. I got my slippies on, you know. I'm in the sun zone out here. Damn, it's nice out here. It's nice weather and nice fucking landscapes. Being in America is not so much nice, you know, as I will discuss on Things I Hate, which is happening now. Good to be here, man. I fucking love this shit, you know. Things I Hate makes me write a lot more, and I want that. It's so easy. I've talked about this, but it's so easy in comedy. You get caught up in the rat race of the Montreal comedy scene, and you just try to do as many shows, and it's like there's this point of pride in comedians, like how many shows you do in this week. And that's like supposedly a measure of how successful you are as a comedian. But it's like, and it is to a degree, right? If you're doing a lot of shows, that matters. But it's like, if I'm doing a lot of Montreal comedy shows, I'm not making money. You know what I mean? I'm not furthering my craft if I'm just obsessed with, you know, obsessed with getting booked on shows, right? Because doing shows and performing your heart out is different than getting obsessed with getting booked on them and getting just the check mark. Oh, Jesus Christ. And for me, I got a little too obsessed with the check mark. So now I'm stepping back. For me, I got a little bit too obsessed with getting that check mark. For me, I got a little bit too obsessed with getting that check mark. Sometimes I got to repeat shit for the clips, you know. But anyway, so now I'm taking a step back. I'm trying to write and create. I love that, because that's what's the most fun about this shit, comedy, is writing and creating. So I just want to write more. I want to write some TV shows. I thought I could write a TV show about being in university. Am I crazy? Or are there not that many TV shows about being in university? Right? Like, why has no one done that? Like, I gotta be missing something here. There was Freaks and Geeks, but that was like high school. There was Community, but that's like a totally different vibe because it's like weird university, not like the fucking regular university that all, you know, upper middle class kids go through. Like, no one has written about the insanity of Frosh. All the college movies are like, Jesus Christ, excuse me. All the college movies are about like how sick college is and like party, and they're all like Animal House, you know, they're like fake. But it's like no one's written about the real experience of like, you know, being insecure, going to a class with like 500 people, having to raise your hand. No one's done that. So it's like, I got to do that. And if you're listening to this, don't steal my fucking idea. Sorry for the noise. As usual, it's just like cold and dry out here and this makes your boogers go nuts. But I'm fucking moisturized, dude. Out here, you gotta moisturize. It's insane. It's like you get so dry, you bend your body in the wrong way, you feel your skin like crack. No, it doesn't like bleed, but it's just like it hurts. Like you feel your skin stretching. It's fucked up. So I had my shower this morning, put so much lotion all over my whole body because it's like otherwise you just feel fucked, you know. And like, love Caitlin's fam, but they fucking party, you know. The booze stays flowing, and of course that doesn't help with your fucking dryness, you know what I mean? So it's like you gotta fucking stay moisturized. So I'm just worried I'm gonna have some sounds because the cable's busting up against another cable, like some feedback. Anyway, okay. So what's going on? So America. I love America. There's a lot of good things about it, you know. It also is scary. It scares the shit out of me out here. I'm in suburban Denver. It's like the cliche of everything is huge in America is so true. And I feel like when people say that, they just think like the cars are big, the drinks are big, the serving sizes are big, the buildings are big. And it's like, what's happened is like, yes, every that is all true. But it's like, but when people say everything is big in America, you think individually of the objects, and you're like, those things are just larger, right? Physically larger. But really, the other part is that like everyone and the whole culture here is about like taking up space. I'm trying to put it in a way that is clear, but it's like, dude, it's like everything here is just like, it's like big, you know, like I'm taking up a space. Because it's true on an individual level, right? Like things are larger to accommodate the fat asses of Americans, or, you know, their voracious appetites or whatever. But like, because every single individual thing is larger, the whole reality of the country shifts, right? If you're not used to it. And it's like, it's almost like a parody, you know, a parody of reality. Because you're looking around at these objects that you're supposed to recognize, you know. There's a burger, there's a car, but it's like 1.5, 2 times the size. So you're looking at it and you're like, wait, what the fuck, right? And then this attitude seeps into the architecture. So the roads, like, that road that's behind me, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a suburban road. It's got like 3 or 4 lanes on either side. It's like it's at least a 6-lane fucking road. Just in a suburban, like, that's fucked. And the lanes are wide. And all these cars, dude, like, everyone out here, because it's the West, has a truck, dude. And then they all lift them. And it's like, bro, I'm 6'3". I was standing in front of a truck yesterday, and my head was barely above the fucking hood. Dude, so it's scary, man, because everything is bigger. And then there's this attitude of taking up space where it's like, you know, it's like incredibly individualistic. It's like everyone is in their own bubble, right? And it's not to say that the people out here are mean, because they're not. They're some of the nicest people out here, and the service is incredible out here. It's like, dude, let me get that for you. But it's just the attitudes out here are like so big. And you're driving on the highway, and we were in a Toyota Corolla, which is like a regular car, and you're like, I'm scared right now driving on this highway. I'm scared I'm gonna get run over by a big fucking truck, or I'm scared I'm gonna get, you know, shot at in a road rage incident. So that's the other thing too, is like this attitude of like largeness, individualism, and like a kind of a mutated form of incredible confidence. Sorry, there's like an animal or something. Oh, there's a little bunny. Yeah, there's bunnies out here. It's pretty cool. But this mutated form of confidence, it's like you're just like, you get you're like, people will shoot me, you know? Like, I will get shot. And my girlfriend was telling me, she was like, you're going to watch it, like, you'll get shot. And I was kind of like, all right, come on. Come on. Who's going to fucking shoot me? But it's like, nah, people will fucking... And it's not like... The thing is, it's not like an evil thought. It's not like people want to kill out here. But it's just like, there's just such individualism. It's like, don't fuck with me, bro, because I'll just end your life. And it's not like a thing that I like to do. It's not like a thing that I want to do. It's just like, don't even come near me, because I don't want, like, I'm doing my own thing. If you infringe on my rights even a little bit, I'll fucking gun you down. That's what it feels like. It's like, do not step to me, because like, I will draw the line, you know? And it's not like not like an aggressive thing of like, I will come fuck with you. But it's like, I will draw such a hard line, like a hard line, that I will kill you, you know? And you can feel that. And that kind of, like, I get like latent aggression is suffused into the culture out here, into the architecture, the cars, the food. It's like, I want my shit. I'm doing my shit. I'm going to do not fuck with my program. And we're going to have no problem. It's fucking cowboy. Feels like cowboy. It's like, howdy, partner. You want something to drink? That's fine. You start some shit, I'm going to have to call the sheriff, and he's going to gun you down. And that's, of course, if I don't gun you down first with this here shotgun that I keep behind the bar. It's like, it's so much like that. And, you know, it fights against a sense of community, because it's like, again, the people out here are nice. They're nice people, and the people I encounter in the fucking service industry are like very good and so sweet and like very much caring. But it's just, it's very individualistic, and it's just like, yeah, I think I've put it the best that I can. Yeah, but then like the service industry is crazy. Like, I went to In-N-Out the other day, you know, for the first time, which was tight, and Chick-fil-A. With apologies to the gay community, you know, I guess I'm no longer an ally. But, is my coffee cold? No, it is cold. Can I do this? Is this fucking legal? Yeah, I think that's legal. Okay. So yeah, out of the service, I was at In-N-Out, and you know, I ordered my thing, whatever, and then you're waiting at the counter, and there's a bunch of other people waiting, and that's the other thing too. Some of these fast food chains, like, I haven't been to a classic like McDonald's or, you know, one of the giant ones, but I go to the In-N-Out, dude, it's like stepping into the 50s. They're all wearing, you know, the white uniforms with the fucking hat, the paper hat, you know, and it's running like militant in there. It's like psh, psh, psh. Hello, and militant, but incredibly polite and good service. You know, militant but not rushing. It's not like, you know, some of those joints you hear about in like Philly or Detroit where they like insult you for your order, like, what you want, pussy, fuck you, like, you better order. Like, it's the complete opposite. It's like so fast, so efficient, so polite. It's crazy, you know. And it's like busy. Like, Caitlin and I went in and there was probably like at least 10 to 20 people ahead of us. We probably waited for like 10 minutes. You know what I mean? It was like, you know, it was fast. So, but anyway, they give us our order. They put it out on the counter, and I had ordered a shake, chocolate shake. And then it wasn't there. And the girl who looks at me, you know, and she goes, sir, your shake will be right out, you know. And she wasn't, there was a look in her eyes that was like, I need to navigate this situation carefully so that the person I'm serving, this customer, does not berate me for waiting for their chocolate shake. It was like this minor inconvenience gives this customer the right to berate me. You know what I mean? They now have the privilege to do that. Not the privilege, some fucking other word, the permission. Anyway, there was that look in her eyes where she was like, I owe this person an explanation for the, you know, 25 seconds they've been waiting for their chocolate shake. So, and that's what I mean. It's like the expectations out here are wildly different than Canada. And I will say, Canada could take some fucking notes, okay? Because Canadians are so polite that we've allowed, I think, our country and each other to, like, treat each other poorly, right? Canadians don't start shit. And so we've kind of walked all over each other. I think that's why the service is worse in Canada, because Canadians won't berate as much, you know? Now, I'm not saying it's good to go into any place and berate the person who's helping you, the employee, you know? But that culture out here, it's nice. It's better, you know? It's better to have a good service and fast service and shit. And I think Canada could take some notes from that. Now, it'd be nice if Canada could do it in a way, you know, where it wasn't so much like fear-based. Yeah. It'd be nice if Canada could do it in a way that wasn't so fear-based. And sorry, but what just happened is my phone, there's no phone stand. And literally, it's just sitting on its edge on an object that I used to prop it up to get a better angle. So, you know, it's like I said, jank setup 2.0, but I think some wind came and just knocked my phone over. But anyway, it'd be nice if Canada could do it in a way that wasn't so fear-based. But we need some of that, because it's just, Canadians are just like, oh, it's fine, it's okay, like, oh, no problem, don't worry about it, don't worry about it, you know? And then we just boil up on the inside, like, can you believe that fucking guy? It's very British. Canadians will never start shit, but they will talk so much shit, right? I think that's where the whole Letterkenny thing comes from, where it's like, oh, fucking, check out this fucking guy, oh. But then when they say, like, oh, hey, how are you? Yeah, pretty good. Okay, can you believe that fucking guy? You know what I mean? Like, so, it's just, yeah, we could take a bit of lesson in directness from the States, which I think would aid our culture a bit. But, you know, it's clear that it's also like, the feeling out here is weird, and I'm not a huge fan of it. Now, the other thing I was like, as I am in the heart of the suburbs, right? But even being in the cities, it's just like, oh man, the attitudes of people, the buildings, the architect, it's so weird. Everything is bigger. So, you know, when you hear that and you say you hear everything is bigger in the States, it's literally everything. The vibe, the atmosphere, the culture, the attitudes of people, the space that everyone takes up, cars, tires, trucks, buildings, like, it's every little thing is larger and takes up more space. It's fascinating. You know, it's fascinating that Canada and the U.S. could share so much in common and be so wildly different, you know, because we are vastly different. The cultures here are distinct. So anyway, I think that's enough of that. Queer Eye gives me hope for humanity. I mean, you know, if you guys want to watch Queer Eye for the straight guy, or I think it's now called Queer Eye. Anyway, it's like a reboot of the show. If you don't know it, I don't know, figure it out. You know, what, you've been living under a rock? Come on. But it's so great. It's 5 gay dudes, and they find somebody who deserves a hand, you know. A father who lost a daughter and now, you know, is at home just working paycheck to paycheck. A mother who raised 3 kids on her own and now is a manager at a McDonald's, and everyone loves her. You know, it's like they find regular people who are like just have been selfless their whole life. It's often it's parents, you know. It's people who are loved by everyone around them, you know. And they find these selfless people who've just been toiling in their lives, trying to make ends meet, trying to do whatever. And they go and they give them a makeover, you know. And it makes you fucking sob every time, because it's not, you know, people say makeover, they think of like, oh, tweeze your eyebrows, you know, but no. They give them a 5-point makeover, and each of the 5 gay dudes represents some fantastic upgrade that's about to happen to this person's life. I forget them. There's like culture, there's like hair and makeup, culture, like face, clothes. There's like house design, and then I think food. Yeah, that's the other one. Yeah. And the gay guys are all really hot, you know, so that's nice to look at, you know what I mean? And then they just make a beautiful thing happen. Like they clean up their whole house, and they, you know, a lot of these people are living not like hoarders, but their houses are all fucked up and dirty. So they go in, clean their house, like give their house a total makeover, like paint and fucking buy new furniture and shit. They take them out shopping and buy them like sick clothes so they look sexy. They give them like a hair and makeup do-over so they look super hot. They talk to them about their kind of goals in life and what they're going to do. They teach them how to eat better, like, and it makes you sob because there's no one more deserving in the world than the people that they find, you know, and you sob every time. And it's just, there's so much bad thing, there's so many bad things happening in the world right now. And, you know, television and the entertainment industry is complicit in a lot of them. You know what I mean? And especially, you know, network, like big name TV programs. And Queer Eye is on one. I forget what fucking channel they're on or whatever, but they're on one of them. So it's just nice to see like a mainstream program doing so much good, you know, and it's pretty sick. Sephora / Ulta, Men in Black Weapons. I was in Ulta, which is another thing that I didn't know existed, with my girlfriend while she was getting gifts for people. And I was looking at all the hair devices there. It looked like Men in Black Weapons. You know, you're looking at it and it's like curler. And you're like, well, that could be a ray gun, you know? Diffuser. That already sounds like a fucking weapon. I was also thinking, you know, inside those stores, there's so many pressurized, flammable products. I was like, dude, if this was a zombie apocalypse movie and I was trapped inside a Sephora or Ulta, I could make so many fucking bombs with all the hairspray and shit. I thought that'd be a cool ending scene to a movie, you know, or scene in a movie where it's like, oh no, the zombies are outside, we're trapped, like what are we gonna do? And then some fucking straight dude who has never, you know, understood Sephora or Ulta for its appeal, its primary appeal, right? But it has instead only noticed that in Sephora and Ulta, there are so many pressurized containers. He goes, trapped. Mm-mm. They've backed us into a corner, all right. A corner of the most well-endowed armory in this strip mall. You know what I mean? He's like, look around you. What do you see? You know, hairspray, fucking color spray. I can't even name another product besides hairspray. Hairspray, more hairspray. Wrong. You know what I see? Shelves full of grenades. And then they're like, let's go. And it's a montage of them just like strapping lighters to all these things and like, frag out, you know, some shit like that. So I thought that would be fucking rad to do in a movie. No like swears, or you know what I mean. Okay, so this is like pretty much impossible. I already failed. Editing things I hate. I notice all of my verbal tics that I do. So far I've categorized them as I say a lot, I say like a lot, I swear a lot, and I say, you know what I mean? You know, all the fucking time. So, or you know, so I say that, just said it right there, you know? So I'm trying to reduce that, but it's hard. Money for Nothing, hardest opening of all time into such a pretty whack song. Yeah, the song I played for the last episode, Money for Nothing, Dire Straits, arguably the hardest opening of any song. Like, arguably, you could take that to the bank pretty good and have a solid case, you know, hard as fuck. You know, like fucking hard, and just the build up, it's hard as fuck. The opening gets you so jacked, right? The song's pace just plummets after that. It's just like, like, it's, you know, where would you hear it? I feel like you'd hear it on like a, it's almost like a aerobics video from the 80s, you know, like, and clap, and clap, and clap. Like, it's just, the energy just plummets after the opening, you know. Some shit going on. Anyway, the energy just plummets after the opening. So I just thought, such a tragedy, because really the only part of that song I really want to listen to is the opening. And then I'm like, fucking turn it off. You know what I mean? Like, it's, yeah, so whatever. Catan is different. Caitlin's fam, you know, great people. Love them. I'm trying to write a joke about this, but they are board game fans. I'm a board game fan. They never played Catan. So I bought them Catan for Christmas, right? And we're playing it, and I'm having so much fun because they're killing me. I'm playing it with the kids, and the kids are hilarious. They're like 18, they're like 19, 20, and about 25. And they're hilarious. They're cracking me up. Like, I'm just dying, you know, because they're just... You know, one is you know, very gay, flamboyantly gay, and then the other is like more of a straight. He's like a straight guy or straight man, you know. Oh, hey, here comes Hugo. Hey, Hugo. They just let the dog out. Anyway, so, you know, I got this one kid, and he's playing, and he's like, I play a card, and it's just like, oh my God, there it is. Oh, I'm gonna need some edits on this one. The phone fell again. Anyway, okay. So I'm playing with these kids. Here's Hugo. He's a good boy, kind of a menace, but a good boy. Playing with these kids, and you know, I just got one brother who's kind of calm and level, and then another brother who's gay, and he's like, I'm playing a road. And then their sister comes in, and she's shrieking. She's like, I didn't have a hey, and I'm cracking up. But the point is, it was chill, right? And I'm playing with these kids, and I start to think about, you know, when I first started to play Catan, and it was in the frat, and it was basically like, if you don't give me a weed, I'll fucking kill you. You know? And if anyone took more than 5 minutes, no, not even. If anyone took more than like 30 seconds to do their turn, right? It'd be like, you fucking piece of shit. Like, hurry up. Like, what the fuck? And it would be like, we need to get the timer. Get the fucking timer out. We need the timer. Fucking shithead is taking too fucking long to put his fucking turn. He's fucking everything up, you know, like. It was like, hurry up. And, oh, my God. You fucking, like, it was like that. Meanwhile, I'm playing with these kids, and I'm laughing. I'm in last place. I'm having more fun than I ever had, you know? And I'm like, dude, I don't know if I've ever had fun playing Catan with my frat homies. Because it's just too... One time, I had to go for a walk around the block because I was losing my shit. And I came back and they were like, dude, are you okay? And I was like, no, we almost fought, you know, because it was just, so I was just like, oh my God. And then the next night, you know, we're playing and I'm talking to Robert, the eldest brother. And I'm like, you know, I'm like, he's like, oh yeah, the game kind of disintegrated last night. And I was like, well, that's because you guys were kind of like talking and laughing and like talking to other people, like, and you weren't kind of doing your turns fast enough. And he looks at me, he's like, isn't that kind of what you're supposed to do when you're like playing a board game and having fun, is like talk and have a good time? And I was speechless. Because what was my answer? Like, no, you're supposed to be militant about turn timing, rules, and gameplay. And you're supposed to be fast, efficient, and focused on the game. Fun is a secondary, tertiary, or even quaternary, I don't know if that's right, quaternary fucking goal. You know? Fun. Fun is a luxury I can't afford when I play board games. You think games are fun? You think playing is for fun? Playing is for winning and following the rules at any cost. So, you know, that was a good lesson, right? Oh, so much food over the holidays. Oh, I don't think I should say boutta. You know, like I'm about to. Sometimes I'm like, I'm about to get that shit. You know, it's like, I think that's pretty cringe as a whitey to say. So I've been guilty of doing that. I've been guilty of having a black accent. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. You know, I was called out for it in a roast battle. Changed my whole fucking life. You know, never looked at myself the same way. And black accent, what's up, man? Fuck. Tough. Real tough, you know. But, you know, self-awareness, growing. At least now I can change it. At least now I know, you know, and I can change it. But yeah, I don't think I'm about to get that. No, I don't think that's for me. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like the N-word, you know, obviously not to the same degree, but it's not for me. It's not, I'm about to get that. No, I'm not. I'm not about to get that, you know. I'm not about to get that. I could be about to get that, but I'm not about to get that. I'm fucking not, dude, you know. Not for me. I mean, taking pants off to shit. I don't know. This is kind of gross, but it's just like, we've all done this. You take your pants off to take a dookie. You know what I mean? It just, I don't know. It's when you're in peril. You know, you're in the bathroom. You're in peril. You're in the trenches. And you're like, I need mobility, bro. I need speed, flexibility. I need space. I need to power up. You know what I mean? And you just like, get these clothes off of me. They're restricting whatever energy I need to conduct this, you know, fecal symphony. You know what I mean? I got to get these things off of me. I need all of my energy, all of my senses focused, dedicated to controlling my sphincter and the surrounding muscles to remove this poison from my body. You know what I mean? So there's a little soliloquy for you. Sorry to gross you out. Finally, Neel the Nutman Comedy Festival. About 4 months ago. Okay, so what you should know about comedy in different cities is basically the key to any comedy in a city is you join the Facebook comedy group for that city. Montreal, like the Montreal one is called Comedians in Montreal. You know, they're called shit like Denver comedy scene, the New York comedy comedians. You know, it's all shit like that. So every city has at least one, if not a couple. And, you know, that's where everyone posts, and that's where all the connections are, blah, blah, blah. So we have one for Montreal. But about 4 or 5 months ago, this random dude called Neel the Nutman, I forget his last name, but he starts posting in these groups. And, you know, I'm in all of them in case I go to those cities, you know, and need to perform there. And a lot of comedians are in, like, all of them, right? Just so we kind of have a plug in on what's going on. So everyone starts to see this guy posting. And he's posting about the Great Canadian Comedy Festival. And the poster that he's posting looks like shit. It looks like, you know, I want to say it looks like it was made in Microsoft Word and printed out, but it doesn't even look like that. It looks like it was made, like, in a print shop, like Kinko's or some shit, before the invention of a computer, right? It looks like an old-ass poster from, like, the 80s, you know, and it's jank as hell. It's whack, you know, and he starts posting this poster of the Great Canadian Comedy Festival all over these different groups. Now, I know now that he's from Toronto, but in Montreal specifically, no one knows who the fuck this guy is, right? And all of a sudden we see this jank-ass poster for a festival no one has ever heard of, from a man no one has ever heard of. And there are a lot of weird things about it. It costs, I believe, $25 to register, which is like, you know, if you're claiming that with no rep, red flag 1. He's hosting auditions, and again, with no rep, red flag 2. The auditions are in Ohio, which is red flag 3. Why are we doing auditions for a Canadian festival in the U.S., and especially in Ohio? You know, not somewhere relevant like New York or L.A. or Chicago or some shit. So, a lot of red flags. And on top of that, this guy's name is self-proclaimed is Neel the Nutman. And I only recently learned it was because he used to be a nut salesman, which is nuts, you know. But, like, so there's all these red flags. So he instantly just starts getting roasted, right? People are like, this is a scam. Like, what's your fucking problem? Like, what are you doing? Which, like, it's fair because, you know, I don't know the guy, but it's clear he's got no, you know, some people just have no understanding of online presence, social media, like how they're presenting themselves online. And this guy's one of them, you know, he's just throwing this shit up. He's spamming multiple groups, you know, he's posting the same shit. He's not really answering any of the concerns. Everyone just thinks this guy's a scam artist, okay? I do too. And I even write, he posts in some other, like, scenes, you know, like New York, whatever. I write in them, just so you guys know, like, he also posted in Montreal. Nobody knows who the fuck this guy is. Like, you know, I don't shit talk him, but I say, like, this is sketch. Like, we don't know this guy. It seems weird. Fast forward, like, to a couple weeks ago, and I'm on Instagram, or even like a week ago, I'm on Instagram, and fucking, I see some post by this guy, and it's basically another person has interviewed him. And so, shocker number 1, Neel is like a real guy who does comedy. I think he's new to the scene, but he's like a real person, at least. And he's talking like he actually has a vested interest in putting on this festival. Okay, and basically the person who made this video is interviewing him to show people, to document what's been happening. And it seems like the guy has a real, genuine motivation to put on a festival. I personally think he's going about it in a terrible way, you know, that makes everyone think he's a scam artist. And this interview that was made was, again, also kind of a bit tone deaf to social media. It wasn't edited in the best way. It was okay, but it was like kind of janky, you know, and it was missing some context. You know what I mean? So long story short, I saw this video. I was like, oh my God, this guy's not just a faceless scam artist. He's at least a real person. I reached out to him, and I'm going to interview him on the next Things I Hate, and we're going to get to the fucking bottom of this Canadian Comedy Festival. We're going to see if it's actually happening, because, you know, on this video, he's like, yeah, we're going to do it, but I want some dates, I want some numbers, some facts, and figures, and we're going to see once for all if this shit is real, and what the hell is going on here, and, you know, how he could be so tone deaf, you know what I mean? So tune in next week for that shit. And we're almost at the end of it. So the last thing I wanted to try is, you know, a couple weeks ago, I crowdsourced Things I Hate. We did Things You Hate, you know, and we're gonna rip through those pretty quick. I mean, I kind of did these on my Instagram already, but I'm just gonna rip through them, see if anything cool comes out. You know, AM radio, it's a classic, kind of bullshit, you know, because I said this on the gram, but it's like it's either all sports channels, oldies channels, or like some weird talk radio, you know what I mean? And it's like the quality for some reason on AM is worse. I don't know the science behind that, but it's always like really sounds like radio. Like you have to expect people to start talking like, well, we're coming down to the new well, come on down to the new pitch, see, and have a good time at the Chicago, well, like, you know, like what is it? It's like, well, see, we'll have to bring you around to the new downtown metropolitan area of New York City. We have a big show, and we're going to bring all the people out and have a hot dog and a pretzel and bring your penny farthings. Like, it's old. It sounds old, you know? So I don't know why it always sounds old. It's all sports. And then also, every once in a while you hit a good oldies channel. But for the most part, the oldies channels are just whack. And there's like crazy talk radio. Spotify rap. One of my friends got Taylor Swift as her top artist, and then she put that in. So it's just like, pfft. A lot of people hate on Spotify rap, you know. I used to too. Don't post it. I think it's kind of fun now. I think, you know, I know this is ironic for the dude talking about on the Things I Hate podcast, but you can't get too wrapped up in the little things. And, you know, like going after people who post Spotify Wrapped has the same energy as like hating Taylor Swift fans. You know, it's like, why do you care? Like, just, you know, I think Taylor Swift is overrated. You know, I think that, yeah, I don't understand it. I don't think she has an incredible amount of musical ability, you know. But, like, who cares? She's a fucking artist. People love her. Great, you know, rip it. You know what I mean? It's people who have, like, this, they're like, like, she sucks. Why are you posting your Spotify? It's like, it's fine. Like, it's not hurting you, you know. So I used to hate Spotify rap. I think mostly because I was insecure. Now I'm just like, yeah, whatever, post your shit. I kind of like seeing what everyone's listening to, you know. Somebody submitted law enforcement. It's like, I can never really shout like "fuck the police" and mean it because I'm not marginalized. You know, the police don't fuck with me. So it's like I don't know how to have that emotion because I haven't had encounters with the police where like they have fucked with me. I haven't had enough interaction with the police, negative interaction with the police to be able to be like, I hate them. They fuck up my life. You know, I think police are fucked in general. I think, you know, most police are shitheads. You know, phone fell again. Shouts out. Fucking living through it. It's limping on. Some jank ass shit. Yeah, I think most police are fucked. I think most police are not great, you know. But we also need, oh no, don't knock it over. Every time the wind blows, don't knock over. Fucking goddamn, it scared the shit out of me. God. You know what, honestly, I'm going to save that for the next run because it's just my phone has fallen over like 3 times now and yeah, it's getting rough. So, love you guys tons. This should be it for the jank episodes. I'll be home in a couple days, so thank God no more jank ass episodes. Love you guys so much. See you, bye.